What's going on, family? How y'all doing out there today? This is episode 12. Such a great number, 12 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I am your host, Solomon. I am joined today by Mr. What's Good himself, Israel.
What's good?
And you know it's a doctor in the house because we got Luke in the building.
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, man, we getting through it, man. I'm gonna ask y'all how y'all week has been going. So I want to kick it off this time because I just came back from Chicago
Hmm.
and I was there always on official business when I travel. But I was there for the old having Passover and I had a good time. And then I hung out with some people that haven't seen me in a while. And then I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine because I'm a comic book nerd, and it was fun. It was good. What about y'all?
Go ahead, listen.
Man, my weekend. At this point, my weekend, I don't be doing nothing but working. I'm working on some stuff, trying to get some stuff financially. So I be, I've been working 7 days a week for the past month or something.
Okay,
Um,
man, getting that work.
yeah, but the weekends they be light. I'll be done by like 2 in the afternoon or something like that, something different. And doing a completely different line of work on the weekends. And what else I do? I just be chilling, just working, chilling, working, sleep. I don't be doing too much of nothing. Uh, planning on stuff. So I'm just boots down to the ground.
Well, same thing for me. That's all you can do is work. I don't know what else everybody be doing, but now I'm trying to get myself ready to have a good time later on this year. But yeah, getting back into the grind, busy weekend, and just pushing through. Been looking at all the information, coming up with all the crazy stuff as far as the election that's going on, as far as the dropout, as far as the new runner, and all these different stuff that's going on. I just been kind of keeping my head, into what's going on around me. Um, a few interesting things happened that I had saw that just kept me intrigued throughout the whole weekend, especially with Bitcoin. It was some things happening with that, so I had it's like now rabbit hole, start researching and you looking at it. So that's basically what I've been doing for the past few days.
Yeah, I've been looking at that
Yeah.
too. Elon, his stock is down right now as well. Tesla. Um, I don't know why. I mean, part of me kind of do know why. We spending money doing other stuff right now as a country. So once we get back focused to us, it probably go back up.
And then his customers gonna change eventually too. His customers gonna go from being the average day people to corporations when he finished his robot. That robot is gonna. I think that was the end game. I think the cars and stuff was just fun for him. I don't think he really cared that much. I think it was just like a why not? But these robots are about to come out here.
All
I
right,
ain't been paying
fellas.
attention.
Yeah, you gotta look into that one. Well, we gotta talk about what's going on at the moment right now. One thing happened though. I've been kind of going back and forth with somebody on our channel, y'all. It's this guy. He commented on our video, one of the little shorts, and we talking about the basically what happened with Sonya Massey and the shooting and things. And I had a little take on it, and I said we need to stop hiring these mentally ill officers.
Yeah, I seen that short.
And he got a problem with it. He had a problem with it, man. I'm standing 10 toes down on what I said. Stop hiring these lunatics. Anyway, let's get to the title.
Look, they not patrolling. They controlling and what did I say last week? They not patrolling, they controlling.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That makes sense. Something like that. Something like that.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna get into that later. But I want to just open the conversation first for just a little bit of like I said, the old having Passover for our organization, the Coptic Faith, and I just wanted to bring about that conversation. The old having Passover for the Coptic faith here in America is always the commemoration of jubilation. It's supposed to be a celebration. It's supposed to be something that you fast for um, in order for you to have that moment of relief, just like how they have Ramadan and just like they have all these other spiritual seasons or holy seasons in other spiritual organizations. The Coptic faith has Passover, and this was the first Passover of the year. We have two every year, three if you want to count atonement. And it was great to see the Queen. She did her thing, laying at the hands and of that nature, and anointing her people. So yeah,
Great Pharaoh Queen.
the Pharaoh, yeah. Y'all have any Passover memories or anything y'all want to add on to the old having Passover? You guys want me to explain it or whatever?
You can go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, I having Passover was a Passover. I mean, most of the time attended. When I was younger, I lived in Atlanta, so I would be in Chicago for the summertime, and summertime was the um, perfect time. So it was hot outside. Everybody was coming in from out of town, and we would spend a lot of time together um, during that time. So it's good to see this and shit going on. I'm older now. Um, I'm older. I'm just accepting it. I'm coming up on 30. But it's good to see like the younger ones, the ones that's like 18, 19, 20. They hang out, they're coming together during that time, during this time of the year. So it's good to see the tradition still living on in that way. I think that my greatest memories, I would say, definitely when like I elevated from the student degree. So that was my greatest.
Oh, you came out in July, right? I came out in New Haven Passover.
Yeah, I think I came out New Haven Passover too. I don't remember exactly. You gotta ask Matthew. Came out, but I think it was New Haven Passover. I believe so. But I just remember growing up, it always be like around the time we gotta wait after baptism to go to water parks, and then the holy season is pretty strict or so, especially when you extend and you learn how to fast for real. And then it's like whether you're doing it every day or 3 times a week, or I ain't got to the whole season yet, but I fast like Monday through Friday or something, or 3 times out the week or something like that. But even so, you get the milk and honey, or at baptism. That's baptism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But we're all having Passover, it always be packed and stuff. Like you got everybody churches, especially when yours is on a different Sunday or Saturday in my case. And it would be a long day, long stressful day. And then afterwards, like, hey, we meet up or we link up somewhere after later on after church, a couple of hours later, and meet up at somebody's house. It's a party, something like that. Or just, hey, go home and just chill out, go to sleep. But
For sure.
yeah,
For sure, for sure. And if
I ain't get a
people
chance to make it this year though.
this year.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to make it this year.
And if people are wondering what the Passover is, or let's say why we call it old having Passover, that's a deep cut info I'm gonna have to tell you about later. But I can tell you what a Passover is. And a Passover is basically their commemoration of their liberation by God from slavery in ancient Egypt and their freedom as a nation under the leadership of Moses. The story of Exodus, as described in the Hebrew Bible, especially in the book of Exodus, in which the Israelites was freed from slavery in Egypt. So that is what the Passover is, or if people want to get a reference of what that means. Anybody want to add to that, or is that good?
Absolutely, I add to it. Y'all see, I got the royal purple on. What you mean?
Go ahead.
First off, yes, indeed, it's our way of saying we finally free from the mental BS. And in reality, we ain't like the way y'all serve whatever y'all was serving in the first place. In reality, like Passover is kind of always been one of those kick to the faces to just the oppressors, like the people that weren't giving us the opportunity to, do our thing. We used to dance in the rain. They got scared and they banned it. So
Right,
we've
which is
all
crazy.
kind of been in situations to where our spiritual work was threatening to people. And we like, all right, we'll let you have your celebration. Just leave us alone and let us have ours. So Passover to me is like our New Year. We getting ready, we cleaning our house. You know how it is. You get in the house together. I'm throwing that out. I don't need that no more. That was a waste of time. I ain't never buying that again. And you do these things physically, you do them mentally, you do them spiritually. And as you align the three up, like we got a saying in the corporate world where, that's where your blessing come. Really what you're doing is stop being lazy. That's how you get blessed. You was blocking yourself. Passover is getting you cleaned up so you can stop blocking. You can stop blocking the things that you need. You can stop blocking the relationship that you need to build. Get rid of the ones that are not necessary. And then you will then see things start happening for you in your life. And we just call them blessings because it's just easier to say it that way. But that's what it is. Like we in control of everything that we need. And our relationship with the great I am that I am is through ourselves. So when we get out of our way, which that's why I'm grateful for Passover, because we go to the water, we get cleaned up. You know how your mama do. She get you cleaned up before you go downstairs and eat dinner. She don't want your dirty hands all over we didn't cook this good food, so we get cleaned up. All right, we cleaned up now. We fresh a little bit. Now we come for the feast. We come to get what we've been working all day to prepare. Ain't nothing like when your mama would cook all day. When she cooked all day, oh man. And that's how I always looked at Passover. That's why I'm patient with it. Because I understand it's different than when mom would come in and cook all day and the greens was been there. She got up this morning at 9:00. That food hit different. And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So that's just, to me, that's how I would get through it. Because we in church all week long. We got baptism. We cleaning up the church. It can drain you. But if you can push through it, you know what I'm saying? You get a lot of stuff done that need to be done. So that's just my take on it.
It's a blessing in the pressing.
Yes, it is.
Amen.
Yeah, I wanted to, I could go deeper, but we gonna start having to get y'all some of the other stuff on the other end, not on this channel, but it's gonna be some deep cuts of the real stuff later on, because I got a whole thing right here. In my book, I already explained it all. In my 369 questions to ask the Black Coptic Nation. That's what I was reading from. So, but we gonna get y'all the deep cut a little later on. But yeah, Luke, thank you for that explanation. All right, y'all. Let's pivot just a little bit, because what was this? Maybe a couple weeks ago, Luke was saying how basically USA is still the best. We still a superpower. And I'm gonna have to agree to a certain extent, because I want to first talk about this woman right here. And this is
Is that who I
Simone.
think it is? Biles? Yeah, Simone Biles. I ain't seen her recent video, but somebody had posted like me watching Simone Biles be a superhero or something, do anything. I want to see what she did, 'cause I don't know.
Well, what she did was she is the um person who has the most medals in U.S. gymnastics history with 8 gold medals. And she just
Mm.
got that 8th one this year already, because Team USA in gymnastics has been smoking everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what's up.
Yeah, they've been smoking everybody. But this is the total medal count. We are not the highest. It's actually China with 9, and we are in 7th place right now with 5.
What? Who the top three?
The top 3
That's what we
is
need to look at.
China, France, and Japan. Let me refresh, make
Okay.
sure we didn't, because this is live. So each time you refresh, it might be more medals getting added. So let me just go up one more time. All right, it's still the same at the moment. Still the same at the moment. So 9 for China, 8 for France, 8 for Japan, 7 for Australia, 6 for Great Britain, 6 for the Republic of Korea, and 5 for the United States of gold medal standards. But we have the most medals all together, but I'm not counting bronze. Come on now. We're not doing that.
Hmm.
So
Bronze
with
is
that,
what,
with
like
that, with
third?
that news, go ahead, give me y'all reactions.
I think it's amazing. You know, lets you know that Americans are amazing, Black women are amazing, and we out here performing. You know, that we can perform. We got the super woman over here, Simone Biles, doing anything that God can let her do, and she out here winning her team. Shout out to her. And if only I don't know, I ain't been keeping close track of watching the Olympics, so but I hear she's doing good and her team doing good. And her team at first, people was asking what was her team name. She was like FAAO for F around and find out. But then she was like, nah, her real team name is Golden Girls or something like that.
Yeah, Golden Girls. Now I like F
Yeah,
around and find out though.
yeah, yeah. That's funny.
Um, my take on it is, yeah, Simone Biles is. I remember when she really kind of first started getting big. My sister told me about it. My youngest sister, who's also into she's into track, and she was telling me about her and all of that. And when I got interested into it, of course, I like to look at the psychology of people. That usually lets me know, like, kind of a lot about you. She is she's not even of the 10%. She's of the 0.1% mindset people. Like, she's a beast mentally. You can tell by the way she articulates herself, and you can also tell by the way she looks at certain situations. So there are like average people who gonna just get, just enough done for everybody to be happy. There are the overachievers. Then there are the quantum leap achievers. She's in the quantum type. She's like, she would be like Star Trek, like them warping to a whole nother galaxy. That's how she mentally looks at situations. So what we would see as enough, she like, nah, I could do better. And you can see it in her training. Of course, they got the videos and stuff out of her training and how she approaches her career. But she's earned it. I mean, earned it. She ain't earned it. I mean, just earned it. Like, that's pure, raw, hard work, dedication, and talent. And to me, the hard work is and the talent in this one, because that to me is just stuff she's literally just put hours and hours in for stuff that even all three of us wouldn't do. You think about the conditioning of her body, how disciplined she's been over the years to stay consistent. Now then watch this. Then to be able to market yourself, now you're running a business. So you're a young Black woman that's running a business, keeping your body up and going. You still got to focus on being a winner. You're doing interviews, but you're taking it and you're building and you're not messing it up. Like, she's earned all that, bro. So yeah, we still raw. Now, to me, America is raw because we good at marketing. Where to me, marketing is what always works for us, because we can get somebody to give us some money.
Man, China got more gold medals though, man.
But we can get some more money. We get more money. China ain't gonna get no loans. They got to go out there and find it. We'll get you a loan and then tax you on the loan you didn't wrote us. Like,
I mean, by the time this episode come out, they might have some more. I just actually watched the USA basketball game today. They just whooped South Sudan. So and they group, so they just, they chugging along to get to that gold medal game. So there might be some more after this. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's some of these sports I'll be thinking, why is this an Olympic sport? Like what was it? It was something like shooting something. Like y'all out here trying to find the best sniper. I don't know.
I don't know. Do they get paid for that?
To do the Olympics?
Yeah.
It depends on how many medals you got.
But you got to remember, the Olympics has technically calmed down. The original Olympics involved fighting lions. You had to fight a lion and a bear.
That's real to me. That's real to me. That other stuff is like, what is that? That's not a real sport.
We got soft. We got too soft.
Yeah, they got soft. Man.
Super soft. Like, I want to see somebody wrestle a bear or something,
They are going to lose. They're going to lose.
Bear taming in every country. Yeah, I don't know about.
And like, see a bear, a bull, a crocodile. Let me see you wrestle them with your bear.
It depends on the type of bear. But all bears.
A grizzly.
No, grizzlies is over, bro. You're dead. You're dead.
Like, there's something. Like, yo.
Have you seen a grizzly?
Yeah, they big. You got to make this worth watching, man.
They big, they strong. They can rip you into shreds.
You got to declaw it, so and make it somewhat easy.
Man, declaw the bear just to. That's cheating.
Cheated now.
I want the new, like how they got Denzel Washington and new Gladiator. That's what I need. I want to see that.
I gotta watch that
again.
Well, speaking of Olympics, and I don't know if you was finna go this way.
I was.
But I heard it was some banning going on by a certain figure that was at one time one of the most viewed figures, known by Andrew Tate. He ended up boycotting the Olympics because of the commercial that they had released out. So I didn't know if he was going down that route, but I sure thought about it.
I heard about him boycotting it, but I ain't get into
what was he banned for? What did he ban it for?
Well, the commercial was he felt like it was disrespecting the Last Supper. The way had the commercial said it was a whole bunch of people and whatever all in alphabet letters. I'm not even gonna try to get A B C D E F G. That the
Oh,
alphabet
okay.
crew. They
The
all had
alphabet.
like a table let out, and then he felt like it was disrespectful to Christians or what he was saying Christians as far as the Last Supper and all of that. So he ended up kind of making a big fuss about it, and I think the channel that I saw that had the most views on it was at about 800,000 views, and then everything else kind of trickled down as far as other content creators picking up on it. So it had like a little bit of news. It definitely made it. I didn't even see it. But it definitely kind of was a talk of the town for about a day or so.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna go that way. I was gonna talk about basically the Olympics and what it actually kind of came from and what it stood for. Like how you said back then it was wrestling lions and stuff, and the Olympics was all about heart. The Olympics was all about the who basically was the courageous of them all and who can have that willpower to victory. And that was more
Almost
so of
like
go ahead.
I was gonna say almost like, like the Hunger Games, and
Yes.
then with Harry Potter, you got what was that? They had the thing. They had some type of maze type thing they had to go through. I forget what it was, but it was like the Olympics in short, where
Yeah.
they got different tasks that they had to do, and the winner of it gets the prize.
And then you have the word, Olympic and Olympian, then we get back into the Greek mythology with Zeus and those Greek gods. So it was basically about who was the best of the best. And in real life, it was the human beings versus the Neanderthals. If we want to go to where actually it originated from.
Hmm.
And Neanderthals was searching for those beings who were so-called like the Olympians. And they actually started eating them to get their
You
soul and
think that's what
essence
happened to the Giants?
to the giants, maybe. That's a whole
I
different
believe they were
conversation.
Giants. I believe so. I seen something sidebar on, I think it was TikTok or something, where they found like these huge 10-foot swords buried in the ground. I'm like, yeah, I believe Giants is this. But that's a whole nother story.
Well, that's factual. If we want to get into the whole giant thing, that's factual. And most of the giants were that they still have the giant gene to this day. I forgot what they call it in medical terms of
We see,
2024. But
we
yeah, we
love it.
have
We love it.
yeah.
We love it. They actually keep all the Giants together. They pay them a lot of money, for
Yeah.
them being different, and
Where?
it's called the NBA.
Yes. Facts.
That
Wow.
is the farming of a certain gene
Yeah.
that
That's
is still
crazy.
it pops up every now and then, but once they see it, oh, they going for it, and they throw money to get it, and they use it for entertainment. Literally, it's the same exact thing. Like if you
Mm.
walk around NBA players, they to them each other they normal until they get around you and I, then they like, damn, I'm tall. They even look at Solomon like, man, you kind of short.
Yeah.
These dudes are huge,
I gotta go to a game and get on the floor or something, cause I
man.
don't know.
Yeah.
I
Shaq
met
is one of the ones that have the giant gene. You can obviously tell he is tremendously blessed. All of the tall ones that have the giant gene are very successful and wealthy. They paid them like Luke said, they pay them to play in the NBA, and they keep them around each other. They kind of encourage. They really be wanting some of the taller women to be with the taller men. They kind of encourage
Hmm.
it, but they don't always do it that way, of course.
Now you can just transfer your genes. Don't
Yeah.
you think Donald Trump's son is a little tall for nobody to be that tall? When you're wealthy enough, you can make your children tall.
We just talked about that with that
Yeah.
Ectos
The cloner?
Life. With Ecto Life, we
Yeah.
just talked about that in the cloning center.
Oh, wow. Is it too late for me to be a giant? I don't know. Like, yo, I need some height. You feel me? I got some places to go, things to do. Just give me a year in the NBA with like a couple of 100 million or however they, what, 5 billion? 5 million, however millions they got, minimum contract. Let's go play. Be the
But
shortest NBA player, shooting threes every now and then.
but when you think about like some of the sporting events of who was the best at something, you got the track and field that people think about the most. Like who was the fastest? And there was the
Both.
Olympic god that was the fastest. What was his name? Was it Hermes?
Boat. Talking about boat.
No, I'm talking about the Greek mythology.
Oh.
Um, going back to what I was saying, trying to put it together of like what it was and why they call it Olympics and Olympians and stuff like that. That was all Zeus and Greek mythology stuff. And
That
we gonna
was Hermes, yes.
Hermes, yeah.
Considered the fastest god and then sometimes called the god of speed.
And we gonna pick back up on this after our commercial break, y'all.
Dang, it's time for a commercial already? That's
Already.
crazy.